The high school baseball season is in full swing. However, this season will prove to be much different from previous seasons. That's because of these. Now, these bats may look like the same old aluminum bats players have been using for the past several years, but they aren't. The bats are no longer aluminum. Instead, they are a metal that must meet the batted ball coefficient of restitution standard. The new bats are called BBCOR Bats. These bats went into effect January 1st of this year, thanks to a new standard adopted by the National Federation of State High School Associations. The BBCOR bats behave more like wooden bats, and it's been examined that the ball leaves these bats 5% slower than the previous ones. So basically, since the ball comes off slower, the game could potentially be safer.
Knowing that the ball doesn't come as quickly off the bat as it used to does make me feel better, but I think it's not a huge difference.
And I don't think he's any safer with these bats than he was before, and I never even thought about the safety of the bats. More or less, it's just bringing the ball into the ballpark a little bit more.
Right here is one of the new bats they're using this season. It's called the DeMarini Voodoo. Now, this bat goes for about $350. As said before, when a ball comes off a bat like this, it does so at a much slower pace, which could potentially make the game safer. However, there is another effect these bats will have on the game. Since these bats behave more like wooden ones, they have lost the spring effect the aluminum bats once had, and the sweet spot for these bats is 2 inches smaller. Also, the bat is more top heavy. All this means is the baseball will not fly as far anymore. A bat swing which could once go for a home run will now be a long fly ball. So players will need to be more fundamental. Something that Horizon Huskies head coach Eric Keebler and Husky catcher Michael McNamara believe isn't exactly a bad thing. Composite bat, better baseball.
Better baseball because your swing path has to be better, your bat speed has to be better. You have to do things better fundamentally for you to be more consistent hitter.
I feel like it'll force hitters to be more fundamental and actually like hit the ball in the gaps, extra base hits. There's not supposed to be as many home runs, but it's not working out too well, yeah.
Now, for those that are still questioning the loss of power, how about this? Last year, these bats were introduced at the NCAA level, and they saw a decrease in home runs by 35%. So, whether these bats will make the game safer is pretty much still up in the air. It's a safe bet to say that these bats will make a difference where it counts. The scoreboard. Reporting for the Varsity Zone, I'm Alexander Pastrana.